Alright, welcome to Gridiron Ring, a sports talk show covering football and professional wrestling. I'm your host, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96, and today I'm going to bring you my Super Bowl 53 predictions for this Sunday's game between the Los Angeles Rams and New England Patriots. But before I get into that, I'm going to discuss some more wrestling, if that's alright with everybody. I'm going to talk a little more WWE. Now, I did just release a video after this past weekend's wrestling events. Had NXT take over Phoenix on Saturday and the Royal Rumble on Sunday, and I was live for both of those right here on YouTube. So thank you to everybody who tuned in and watched. But yeah, I'm gonna, if it's all right, I'm going to talk just a tad bit more on WWE before I get into my Super Bowl 53 predictions. So if you guys don't want to listen to this, just skip ahead on this audio recording, this video right here on YouTube. Also be sure to hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying so far. But I released a video, I recorded and then released a video yesterday right here on the channel. Hopefully you guys checked it out. If you didn't, go check out. It's WWE Thoughts and Opinions following Royal Rumble weekend 2019. As like I said, we had TakeOver on Saturday and the Rumble then on Sunday, and I was just going through all my thoughts and opinions. That's why I titled it that. Just everything that was going through my head and looking towards the future, the next couple months, and what I think the WWE could and potentially should do storyline wise with the superstars. So on Raw, and like I said, I recorded it before. If you listen to it, I recorded it before Monday Night Raw, so at that point in time I didn't know what was going to happen on Raw. And then on SmackDown earlier tonight, SmackDown just got over a moment ago, so I'm recording this Tuesday night this week, so hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. Like I said, like, follow, and subscribe on social media, links in the description, hit the little thumbs up button as well. But on Raw last night, the men's Royal Rumble winner Seth frickin' Rollins kicked off the show. He burned Chase Field to the ground, as I said in that other video, so hopefully you guys check that out. I think that's the third time I've said that, so I'll shut up about that. But Seth Rollins opened Raw, and then Triple H came out. Triple H, as you can clearly tell, he's on his side, even though Rollins, the architect, beat him at WrestleMania 2 years ago. But that was 2 years ago. This is now. So that was then, this is now. But then Dean Ambrose, a former brother in the Shield with Rollins and Roman Reigns, who is still battling leukemia, he came out. He cut a very, very damn good promo. Ended up having a match versus Rollins, and Rollins ended up winning. And this, who knows, very well could be the last time we see Ambrose on WWE TV, because he decided, reports came out earlier today, he decided and just told old Vinnie Mac and company over the week he will not be re-signing with the WWE when his contract is up sometime in April, right after WrestleMania. So Ambrose, like I said, he came out, cut a damn good promo, I thought. But he, moving forward, probably won't be any storylines. If he is, it's not going to be anything worth talking about. But then after that, after WrestleMania, Ambrose, as of now, I mean, they could be playing us for all we know. I highly doubt it, but Ambrose will no longer be with the company. But then Rollins, with the Royal Rumble win, along with Becky Lynch, who won the Women's Rumble match, the winner, as I said in the Thoughts and Opinions video, they get to choose the champion of their choosing on who they're going to face at WrestleMania. And I'll get to both of those later here in this short WWE audio recording before I get into my Super Bowl 53 predictions. So just hang on about that, because both Lynch and Rollins decided on who they're going to face later on in the show. So I'll get to that here in a second. Like I said, then we had Rollins and Ambrose in a match. Rollins won. Then and technically I'm just reviewing Raw and SmackDown here real quick, and who knows, I might start doing this every single week, to be honest with you, just to keep up with the WWE all year long. But we had a women's tag team championship elimination qualifying match, And Dean Ambrose was actually, this was right after Ambrose Rollins match, and Nia Jax ended up coming out, and she was actually in the Rumble match on Sunday. And I'll get to that with R-Truth with SmackDown here in a bit. So, I mean, who knows? I might just do 2 audio recordings here once this is all said and done. But at this point in time, I'm just going to continue on and do my Super Bowl 53 predictions at the end of this. But by the time I get done recording this and figure everything out, I might change my mind. So there might be another video for my Super Bowl 53 predictions. So just keep an eye out right here on the YouTube channel. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. So just keep an eye out and go check if not. But I'm going to try to make sure this is all one video. Just adding some more thoughts and opinions for WWE here at the beginning, and then I'll get into my Super Bowl 53 predictions. Let me know down in the comments who you guys are picking on Sunday. I'll be live right here on YouTube for the game, doing live reactions, play-by-play, and then halftime heat is during halftime. They announced that on Sunday during the Royal Rumble pre-show, and as of now, I guess it is going to be live at the WWE Performance Center down in Orlando, Florida. So we'll have to see how that goes. Might be an empty crowd, empty stadium, empty arena with no crowd whatsoever, I should say. So, I mean, that'll be, obviously something different, but I think something good, though, at the same time. But Nia Jax and Tamina, they teamed up, and then they defeated Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. So, Nia Jax and Tamina, they're one of the tag teams that will be in the first ever Women's Tag Team Championship match at the Elimination Chamber for the Women's Tag Team Championships. So that'll be fun and exciting. Elimination Chamber is Sunday, February 17th, and I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions, play-by-play of that as well. But, so Nia Jax and Tamina, they won. Moving on, Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin won that match. It was a decent match, wasn't anything special. Then, as I said in my live reaction videos this past weekend, during Rumble weekend, a lot of people were asking, what's Finn Balor going to do next after losing to Brock Lesnar? I said he'll probably just go back and, be a mid-card for the time being. They'll probably insert him in the Intercontinental Championship picture with Bobby Lashley, and that's exactly what they did. Balor came out, and I guess so, give myself a pat on the back for that. Balor came out, cut a decent promo, and then the Man of the Hour and the almighty Bobby Lashley came out, and Lashley just destroyed Finn Balor. But it looks like Balor's going to challenge Lashley for the IC Championship at Elimination Chamber or potentially at Fastlane. Maybe Balor wins it at WrestleMania. We'll have to find out and see. But that's probably how that's going to go moving forward. I mean, some other guys on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship that they could potentially throw into that. I mean, Elias, Baron Corbin, Jinder Mahal. I mean, it seems like they're pushing Apollo Crews as well. I mean, he's a damn good wrestler. I've said it time and time again. I just don't like his gimmick. Maybe put him in the IC picture. Looking here at the Raw roster. Ambrose maybe one last time, just to try to get him to stay. But he did say he will not be re-signing with the company. So Finn Balor, Lashley, that's what it's looking like for the time being, for the foreseeable future, at least for Elimination Chamber, less than 3 weeks away now. And then the Edgeheads, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, teamed up. They faced the Revival, and the Revival, they finally won a match on Monday Night Raw, surprisingly, but we've all heard about them in the past couple weeks. They asked for their release. They didn't get it. From what I've heard, and some other people as well, they're going to be one of the faces of the tag team division moving forward. So we'll have to see. But who knows? Maybe this is the start. The Revival defeating Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the Edgeheads, excuse me. So that was that. And then Elias cut a promo, and then Double J, Jeff Jarrett, came out. Saw that at the Rumble on Sunday, and then the Road Dogg, Jesse James, came out, and they ended up singing, Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg, they ended up singing Be With My Baby Tonight, as they did back in the day, and then last year at the Hall of Fame ceremony when Jeff Jarrett was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. That was alright. Elias ended up hitting both of them over the back with two different guitars, so it was an alright segment. It wasn't anything special, but I said in the Thoughts and Opinions video, they did sign, reports were that they signed Jeff Jarrett, and that was before Raw. He was on Raw, so they obviously signed him. Whether he's going to be on TV all the time now or not, that's still yet to be seen. But he'll probably at least be a backstage producer for the time being as well. And then next we had another women's tag team championship qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. We had Natalya and Dana Brooke team up. It was actually supposed to be Natalya and Ember Moon, but Ember Moon is now currently injured. She'll be on the shelf for a while. She will be getting elbow surgery, I did hear. So they faced the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan, and the Riot Squad won, so they'll be in the first ever Women's Tag Team Championship match for the Women's Tag Team Championships at the Elimination Chamber on February 17th. So Nia Jax and Tamina, now the Riot Squad, are in that match. So then next, a Raw Women's Championship match. Ronda Rousey faced Bayley. Rousey won, but then Becky Lynch came out and said she's not wasting any time. She doesn't need to really think about it, as with what they were doing with Seth Rollins, waiting until the show. Becky Lynch said she wanted to face Rousey at WrestleMania, so that's what we're going to get there. Becky Lynch. She was on SmackDown tonight as well, so it looks like, and she actually kicked off the show, and then Charlotte came out. They brawled. It looks like we will be getting a triple threat at WrestleMania with the three of them, Rousey, Charlotte, and Lynch, but that's still yet to be seen. Still got about 65, 70 days from now until WrestleMania 35, so a lot of time to run some storylines. I mean, hell, you got 2 pay-per-views as well, so we're going to have a lot of matches on TV and then those pay-per-views. So, I mean, they could change their mind, last minute. Who knows? There might be some injuries, that come up too. So, who knows what they'll end up doing, but it's looking like a triple threat with Rousey, Lynch, and Charlotte. They'll find a way to put Charlotte on Raw and get a triple threat, I think. And then the main event, we had a match before the main event, the Seth Rollins segment, the time where he was going to tell everybody who wanted to face at WrestleMania. Braun Strowman, he faced Drew McIntyre, and Strowman actually defeated McIntyre by DQ. So then the main event, Seth Rollins made his decision. He wants the Beast. He wants Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Lesnar then came out, F5'd him about 5 or 6 times. So that's what we'll be getting for the Universal Championship now at WrestleMania 35. Seth frickin' Rollins versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Move over to SmackDown now. SmackDown earlier tonight, like I said, you had Becky Lynch kick off the show. Charlotte came out. They attacked each other, got in a little bit of a brawl there right by the entrance. It was a good segment, but then we had a United States Championship. Then after this, Nakamura defended against R-Truth after Truth and Carmella came down in the ring. We all saw what happened at the Rumble on Sunday. If you didn't, here's what happened. Truth came out at 30. Carmella came out at 30 because they won a mixed match challenge. But then Nia Jax attacked R-Truth from behind when he came out, and he was joking around about it. He said at one point he was rapping, the next second he was napping. Got the crowd involved. Comedy. It was funny. SmackDown and Raw this week were both very, very good, I thought, as were the Rumble and TakeOver over the weekend. Let me know in the comments overall on a scale of 1 to 10 how the whole weekend went, and then overall, or individually, how TakeOver, the Rumble, Raw, and SmackDown were over the past 4 to 5 days. But since Truth didn't get involved in the Rumble match, the McMahon said, okay, we'll give you a U.S. Championship match. He faced Nakamura. He actually won. So R-Truth is your new United States champion now. But then Rusev came out, and then he defended. R-Truth did against Rusev because Rusev was saying, oh, if Nakamura is not worthy, you sure as hell ain't either. Because R-Truth, obviously, according according to Rusev, lower on the totem pole than Shinsuke Nakamura. But then R-Truth retained over Rusev. Okay, so R-Truth still your U.S. champion, but then Nakamura and Rusev got together. It looks like they're going to be a tag team. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, to be honest with you. But then moving forward with the U.S. Championship, well, hold on, before I move on with that, Nakamura and Rusev had a backstage segment with Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers, and it looks like next week now we're going to get a tag team match with the teams there. But then R-Truth moving forward with the U.S. Championship, I mean, maybe Nakamura, maybe Rusev. I said it there in the Thoughts and Opinions video. I'm thinking Andrade. I'm thinking Rey Mysterio. I mean, you could throw Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali in that as well. Maybe even Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, somebody from the New Day. There's a lot of worthy candidates, superstar-wise, on SmackDown that I think could very well become United States champion. So moving forward now, moving on. Yeah, we had that segment then with, we had the match with R-Truth and Rusev. Had the segment then backstage. Andrade Cien Almas actually beat up Rey Mysterio in the meantime as well out in the ring. And then Shane McMahon and The Miz had a celebration for winning the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. They actually brought Miz's dad out, George Mizanin. He celebrated with them a little bit. But then they had a fatal four-way elimination match, a tag team match to determine the new number one contenders for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And that match will be at the Elimination Chamber. Whether or not it's going to be inside the chamber or not, that's still yet to be seen. Probably not. They'll probably have they'll definitely have, because they've said it, the women's tag championship match, and then they might have this men's. I doubt it, but moving on, they'll, with what I haven't said yet, they'll most definitely probably have a six-way? I believe it's a six-way now for the WWE Championship, and I'll get to that here in a second. Going back and forth here, because there's a lot of content here with Raw and SmackDown the past two nights. A lot of wrestling moving forward. So that's why I wanted to really do this. And I mean, I'm getting close to the 20-minute mark here in this audio recording, so I'll probably end up just making another damn video, to be honest with you. So keep an eye out. That's what I'll end up doing. Just go check out my Super Bowl 53 predictions. It'll be a different video here, right here on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. But it was Cesaro and Sheamus in this fatal four-way. Cesaro and Sheamus, the Bar, versus the Usos versus the New Day versus Heavy Machinery, who got called up, but they really haven't wrestled a whole lot on TV so far. But Usos, they won. They'll face co-besties, the best tag team in the world, as they're calling them now as well, Shane McMahon and The Miz at the Elimination Chamber. Then in the main event, you had Daniel Bryan come out, and he got a very damn good promo as well. Eric Rowan was by his side, and Daniel Bryan ended up throwing the current WWE Championship in the garbage. He trashed it. Ended up debuting a new WWE Championship, and it's wooden. I mean, Bryan, he's one of the best wrestlers out there right now. I mean, he has been for the longest time, but the work he's doing right now is up there. This very well could be his best work of all time. I mean, he's a great heel. There's nothing else to it. But he debuted, and whether or not they're going to use it after somebody else becomes champion or not, that's still yet to be seen as well. But they debuted a new wooden WWE Championship, and this is because he's all eco-friendly and whatnot. So it is funny. I get it. It just goes perfect with a storyline. But Daniel Bryan, he got a very damn good promo. Like I said, Rowan was there, debuted the new championship, and then AJ Styles came out. And then a couple other superstars came out as well. You had Jeff Hardy out there, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali, Styles, and Bryan. So there's your six. Yeah, that's what it is. You have Styles, Ali, Joe, Orton, and Hart going up against Daniel Bryan now at the Elimination Chamber. they had a Triple H promo on the screen at the entrance ramp, obviously pre-recorded. But he said, you're not going to face one of them or none of them. You're going to face all of them inside the Elimination Chamber. So yeah, that'll be more than likely just your 2 Elimination Chamber matches at the Chamber pay-per-view Sunday, February 17th in Houston, Texas at the Toyota Center. So, I mean, I've said, the only person I can think of moving on with Daniel Bryan with the WWE Championship would be The Miz, and they very well still could do that with breaking him and Shane up by WrestleMania, because you'll get the 6th man at Elimination Chamber, and then you'll probably get Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, or Daniel Bryan, somebody else out of those 5, in a regular singles match at Fastlane, and then one of those other 5 will probably screw somebody over, and then that'll set up a singles match at WrestleMania or a triple threat as well. But I mean, if they really wanted to put Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan together at WrestleMania, I'd be fine with that. Randy Orton, DB, fine with that as well. Jeff Hardy, yeah. I don't think Mustafa Ali's really ready yet for the main event scene. I mean, I get, they're giving him a chance. He's, technically been in the main event picture for the past, ever since he got called up to SmackDown from 205 Live. So, about a month, maybe 2 months now. I mean, you could put Rey Mysterio on that as well, but he's got a thing going with Andrade Cien Almas right now. And like I said, they're calling him Andrade, but, I mean, if that's what they want to do, so be it. I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they'll probably be coming back either right before WrestleMania or after now, since they didn't debut or come back or return in the Rumble. Kenny Omega, still undecided. He's still undecided. Well, he probably knows what he's doing, but we don't at this point in time. He's probably going to go to AEW, to be honest with you. But he still could come to WWE, and if he does, it's probably not going to be until after WrestleMania. It'll probably be the night after Mania, the Raw after Mania, the best Monday Night Raw of the year. So, yeah, that's basically what happened on Raw and SmackDown this week. And then just some more thoughts and opinions from myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, right here on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel, moving forward with the storylines for the WWE on both Raw and SmackDown. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I know I said it was going to be short. I ended up talking here for over 20 minutes, get pushing 25. So yeah, I'll end up just making another audio recording, another video for my Super Bowl 53 predictions. So keep an eye out for that. I'll have that uploaded after this video. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Check that out. Let me know also in the comments who you guys are picking on Sunday in the Super Bowl. And then for halftime heat as well, you got a 6-man tag down in NXT. You got Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano on one side versus Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, and Ricochet. And like I said, that, from what I've heard, is going to be live. They very well could tape it though, but from what I've heard as well, they don't want any spoilers out. So it's probably going to be live during the Super Bowl halftime on Sunday on the WWE Network. So I might tune in when I'm live doing live reactions play the Super Bowl. I don't know yet. We'll have to find out and see. But let me know in the comments who you guys are picking to win halftime heat, Super Bowl 53, and then, as I said a little bit ago, scale-wise, rating on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate individually TakeOver, the Rumble, Raw, and then SmackDown this week, and then the whole weekend as a whole? On a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, I said, 7.5 for, I think, both TakeOver and the Rumble in the Thoughts and Opinions video. For Raw and SmackDown, I would have to say about the same. I mean, they were both good. I mean, Raw, yeah, they have that extra hour to work with, but, I mean, some of the matches, they really weren't anything special. But overall, the whole weekend then, I would have to say at least an 8, maybe an 8.5, all that combined. But, yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments. Always greatly appreciated, guys. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description So go check those out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Gridiron Ring's website. I'll be live this weekend for Super Bowl 53. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Go check out Thoughts and Opinions as well. This is obviously just an addition to that, a little bit of a recap of Raw and SmackDown as well, as you guys could tell here. And I know I'm still going on here, so I'm going to end this. But yeah, I hope to see everybody on Sunday. And then keep an eye out for my Super Bowl 53 predictions.